Charlie Woods, born on February 8, 2009, to Tiger Woods and Elin Nordegren, has always seemed destined for a career in golf. Growing up in the shadow of his legendary father, his talent was inevitable. Over the years, he's impressed in junior tournaments and even teamed up with Tiger at events like the PNC Championship. However, despite his promising future, Charlie Woods just got into a nightmare that could put his career at serious risk. Recent events have raised concerns about the trajectory of Charlie's golf journey. In a major junior golf tournament, he encountered a setback that has led many to ponder the immense pressures he faces and the potential impact on his future in the sport. In February 2025, Charlie participated in the Dustin Johnson World Junior Championship, a prestigious event that attracts top young talents from around the globe. Expectations were high, given Charlie's impressive performances in prior tournaments. However, during this championship, he faced unforeseen challenges. Over the 2 rounds, Charlie posted scores of 82 and 77, culminating in a total of 159. This performance placed him tied for 52nd, a result that was below the anticipations of many fans and analysts. Such outcomes can be disheartening for any athlete, especially a young one under the constant glare of the public eye. The immediate impact on Charlie's morale was palpable. Observers noted that he appeared visibly frustrated during the rounds, a natural reaction for someone striving for excellence. This incident has since sparked discussions about the challenges young athletes face, particularly those with a legacy like Charlie's. Being the offspring of a sports legend comes with its own set of challenges. For Charlie, the Woods name is both a blessing and a burden. On one hand, he has access to unparalleled mentorship and resources. On the other, there's an unspoken expectation to emulate, if not surpass, his father's achievements. This immense pressure can serve as a double-edged sword. It can motivate Charlie to push his boundaries, striving to carve out his own identity in the golfing world. Conversely, it can be a source of stress, with every performance meticulously analyzed and compared to Tiger's illustrious career. The weight of such expectations can be overwhelming, especially for a teenager still finding his footing in the competitive world of golf. Analyzing Charlie's recent performances provides a balanced perspective on his development. Prior to the aforementioned setback, Charlie had several noteworthy accomplishments. In June 2024, he clinched the Hurricane Junior Golf Tour's major championship in Royal Palm Beach, Florida, winning by an impressive 8 strokes in the 14 to 15 age category. Additionally, in September 2024, he won the 14-15 division of the Last Chance Regional Golf Tournament, shooting a remarkable round of 66. He also played a pivotal role in helping his school secure a Florida High School Athletic Association Class A Golf Championship in November 2024. Not all tournaments have yielded stellar results. For instance, during the 76th United States Junior Amateur Championship in July 2024, Charlie missed the cut with scores of 82 and 80, totaling 162. When compared to his peers, Charlie's journey reflects the typical ebb and flow experienced by many young athletes. While he has showcased exceptional talent, there have been tournaments where he struggled. This variability is common in sports, especially during formative years, and doesn't necessarily indicate being overestimated. It underscores the importance of allowing young talents the space to grow, learn, and adapt without undue pressure. The media's fascination with Charlie is understandable, given his lineage and potential. However, this intense spotlight can be a double-edged sword. While it brings attention and opportunities, it also subjects him to scrutiny that can be daunting for someone his age. Growing up in the public eye means that every swing, every putt, and every expression is analyzed. This constant observation can affect a young athlete's mental well-being, leading to added stress and anxiety. On the flip side, it can also build resilience, teaching them to perform under pressure and develop a thick skin. For Charlie, navigating this landscape requires a delicate balance. It's essential for the media and fans alike to remember that he's still a teenager, learning and evolving. Providing him with the space to grow, make mistakes, and find his own path is crucial for his development, both as a golfer and as an individual. In conclusion, Charlie Woods' journey is a testament to talent, legacy, and the challenges that come with both. While setbacks are a natural part of any athlete's career, the support he receives from family, mentors, and fans will play a pivotal role in shaping his future. As observers, our role is to encourage and uplift, allowing him the freedom to carve out his own identity in the world of golf. When it comes to managing setbacks, especially for young athletes like Charlie Woods, experts believe perspective and mental toughness are crucial. According to many golf analysts and sports psychologists, setbacks aren't just common, they're essential for growth. I recently heard sports psychologist Dr. Michael Gervais explain this perfectly. He said that facing adversity early in your career isn't a sign of weakness. Instead, it's a chance to build resilience, adaptability, and strength. Golf analysts agree that a young athlete's response to setbacks is what truly determines their future success. For instance, Golf Channel analyst Brandel Chambly pointed out recently that young golfers must learn to detach their self-worth from their performance. Chambly highlighted that golfers who bounce back the quickest tend to have a mindset focused more on learning rather than just immediate results. Experts also emphasize practical strategies to handle setbacks. Sports psychologist Dr. Bob Rotella, famous for his work with professional golfers, suggests techniques like visualization, goal setting, and maintaining a strong support network. He advises young athletes to set realistic, achievable short-term goals that rebuild confidence gradually. Moreover, having mentors who offer guidance without added pressure is crucial. Someone who can remind them that even legends like Tiger Woods had their fair share of struggles along the way. Despite his recent challenges, Charlie Woods still holds enormous potential. Anyone who's watched him play can see his talent, skill, and the unmistakable determination he inherited from his father. At just 15, Charlie has plenty of time to refine his game, build consistency, and sharpen his mental toughness. The golfing world remains excited about what he could achieve with more experience, maturity, and the right mindset. But talent alone won't guarantee success. His future depends significantly on his mental resilience and how well he can handle pressure. This is where his support system comes into play. Tiger Woods himself has often spoken about the importance of having the right team around him: family, coaches, friends, and mentors who provided encouragement and perspective, especially during tough times. For Charlie, having his father as a guide is invaluable, not just because Tiger can teach him technical skills, but because he can also share insights on managing expectations, handling disappointments, and turning setbacks into growth opportunities. Moreover, surrounding himself with supportive coaches and teammates who see beyond his last scorecard will also help Charlie maintain perspective. With the right people around him, Charlie could grow from this experience and emerge stronger, more resilient, and ultimately more successful. Charlie Woods is undoubtedly at a critical point in his young career. The challenges he's currently facing, pressure, expectation, and intense media scrutiny, highlight the complex journey that comes with being a promising athlete in today's world. It's not easy growing up under the shadow of a legend, especially when every performance, good or bad, becomes headline news. But Charlie's journey also offers broader insights into the pressures all young athletes experience. It reminds us how vital it is to balance high expectations with the need for personal growth, freedom to fail, and space to learn. Young athletes everywhere can relate to Charlie's situation, understanding that setbacks are not career-ending, but opportunities to build strength and character. Ultimately, how Charlie navigates this chapter will define not just his golf career, but his growth as a person. With strong support, the right mindset, and resilience, he has every chance of turning today's struggles into tomorrow's triumphs.
The talent the Tiger Woods' 14-year-old prodigy son has displayed over the last year truly has no comparison. His recent successes are one of the many reasons why he's one of the top names that appear when you name the PNC Championship. His performance at the Notabig A3 Junior Golf Championship recently was an exemplary show of his skills. Woods was born on February 8, 2009, the son of expert golfer Tiger Woods and model Ellen Nordegren. Now, alongside his father, Tiger Woods, he competed at the 2020 PNC Championship at 11 years of age, and he became the youngest competitor in the tournament's history. He competed alongside his father again at the 2021, 2022, and 2023 PNC Championships. In 2020, they tied for 5th. In 2021, they were runners-up. In 2022, they tied for 8th. And in 2023, they tied for 5th place. With immense courage, determination, and fitness, the 15-year-old kid has left everybody with a bolt from the blue. Now, are you also wondering how this kid manages to play so well while maintaining composure? Because you're not alone. Millions of viewers online seem to think the same thing. While some praise him for being extraordinarily exceptional, others let their rage out by way of mean comments such as "back the F off," "garbage-ass swing and score," and "kid's trash." Honestly, that's just mean, talking that way about a kid who's just trying to live his best dream. After reading these heartbreaking comments online, one wonders what this child even did. The mega question is, does he deserve any of this? And the answer is simply no. The milestones he has achieved at such a young yet naive age are various and, frankly, pretty impressive. Adhering to his extraordinary abilities, he recently achieved something his father, Tiger Woods, could never achieve on the golf course. Charlie Woods became a high school state champion golfer at the age of 14, an accolade his 82-time PGA Tour winning dad Tiger was never able to achieve. The teenager shot rounds of 78 and 76 across 36 holes to help secure the Benjamin School the Florida State Championship for the 4th time. Overall, Woods Jr. finished 26th individually in the event, coming 4th out of 5 Benjamin School players on the way to securing the title. PGA Tour legend Tiger was in attendance to watch his son and teammates prevail at the Mission Inn Resort and Golf, an accolade he was unable to get his hands on during his time studying at Western High School in Anaheim, California. However, Charlie couldn't have achieved anything without the help of his notoriously known father. Tiger has not only performed as a coach to his son, but has also been a highly supportive father. In recent weeks, Woods has been spotted out on the course on several occasions, often alongside son Charlie. Earlier this month, the teenager competed in the Nota Begay 3 Junior Golf Championship in Louisiana, and his famous father acted as caddy, as Tiger carried his son's bag across all 54 holes without a noticeable limp. The 14-year-old was competing after qualifying with rounds of 71 and 66 back in September when the 15-time major winner, his dad, once again carried the bag. Per the PGA Tour, Charlie said at the time, "It's great, we just stay in our own little world." According to an article published by mir.co.uk, Charlie talks about his father in such words: "We take it one shot at a time. He puts me in my place. I'll talk about the next tee shot and he's like, no, this is the shot we're going to focus on. Focus up. This is what we're going to do." After Charlie's magnificent shots went viral and broke the internet, many viewers admired the father-son relationship. One said, "This kid is legitimately good. Having Tiger as a dad and a coach is an added bonus." Now, do you think the same? Because Justin Thomas sure does. Now, you wondering who that is? Well, Justin Thomas and his dad compete in the PNC Championship and have continued participating every year. This pro thinks that mini Tiger is a stud on the course. In an interview, Thomas said he'd been playing with Charlie and was amazed by his natural skills and ability. Now, he seemed impressed with the way this 15-year-old kid carried himself with a great deal of maturity. Since many fans were worried about Charlie's mental health and how he would cope with the extreme pressure that inevitably comes with starting in the PNC Championship, he said, "I think I'm getting used to it. The first year was surprising, and then I just knew what to expect the next 2 years." Honestly, that's a pretty mature answer for a kid his age. And he's even more mature than most adults we've seen on the course. It's got to be interesting, knowing that following in the footsteps of a famous parent or sibling is hard. With the fear and challenge of being compared to them for the rest of your career, maintaining peace and calm seems almost impossible for some. That too in the field of sport, where everything becomes a headline thanks to the excessive attention from local media. Now, one thing everybody has praised this kid for is his ignorance towards this matter. Being compared to his father is a matter of pride for him that he owns effortlessly, leaving the audience rather impressed. Now, what he does is so mind-blowing, we've never seen it before. Another famous pro golfer, John Ram, had amazing things to say about Charlie. In 2022, during an interview before the Century Tournament of the Champions, he applauded Woods Jr. for his stunning game at the 2022 PNC Championship. He said he's got a lot of talent. If he keeps working hard, which I'm sure he will, I wouldn't doubt for 1 second that we'll see him one day maybe sitting here. Adding a bit of humor to the interview, he said, "Charlie's got a lot of talent, more than I did at the age of 12. Charlie's talent and perseverance have caught so much attention that even retired golfers like Lee Trevino praised him. Now, Trevino motivated Charlie by saying that he could potentially grow into the greatest ball striker in the game. All the praise and tireless mind training by his father has led Charlie to have immense self-belief and unbreakable confidence. From teeing from further back at 6,578 yards to cracking jokes with Justin Thomas, this kid's truly got it all. According to Tiger Woods, he uses non-stop tricks to train Woods Jr. so he can concentrate better. In 2022, Woods gave an interview to Paul Azinger and Dan Hicks during the Hero World Challenge on Golf Channel. Azinger asked Woods if he messed with Charlie and used distraction-like little tricks, and Woods replied in affirmation. He said, "It's non-stop. It's trying to get him. If I can get into his head, that means anybody else can get into his head." Woods continued and explained that these tricks were seeming to work, and he said, "It's getting to a point where I can't get in his head, and then no one else can get in there either." Once again, the determination of this 15-year-old has left us all in shock. Do you think you'd be able to stop somebody from getting in your head while you're trying to focus on the hole in the ground, almost 6,500 yards away from you? For me, my money's gonna be on no. Just imagine being so great that one of your greatest competitors predicts a bright future for you. Charlie Woods can be great. John Daly II gives validation to his fierce competitor's future. Sometimes we think about where we stand in life with all these successful people out there. It's honestly getting kind of scary at points. Game struggles on the first day. When asked by Golf.com about how good of a caddy his dad is, Charlie mentioned that Tiger's reads are not traditional. For Dad as a caddy, his reads are hook bias, and I don't hook as much as he does, he said. So all of my putts, I miss right, so I have to account for that. Analysis of putt lab data via Golf Digest found that Tiger actually addresses the ball to the right of his intended line. But thanks to a strong right hand in his putting stroke, he hooks the club face back to being slightly closed. While not technically perfect, it is consistent, and Tiger has practiced it enough that it's become natural and it works well for him. On Saturday, the pairing only finished 8 under and blamed their work on the greens for a performance that wasn't up to their standards. "I mean, I drove the ball really well today. I didn't miss a fairway, and we still managed to shoot 8 under, Charlie remarked, adding, "We just suck at putting." Tiger agreed, following up his son's comments by saying that he summed it up right there. On Sunday, they got their act together, shooting 11 under on the way to finish 19 under for the whole tournament. Although this way of striking is peculiar and rather inconvenient, one thing we all must take notice of is that Tiger sticks to this unconventional way no matter what. Notice Tiger's consistency scores are all hovering in the high 90s. Now everything else aside, that's the truly essential ingredient in all of this. That's the lesson. Even though on paper, Tiger's stroke isn't perfect, that doesn't matter. It doesn't need to be perfect. Instead, it's something better, natural and repeatable. Tiger has mastered his unique motion and knows how to do it the same way every single time. Now that's the real key to putting, even if it may make for some strange reads for Charlie along the way. While Charlie revealed nothing too significant about his dad, Tiger Woods, we still think there's a lot under the surface. In a recent interview, Tiger Woods revealed that whenever he needed sports advice or help, he resorted to his 15-year-old son. This kid is not only gifted, but also so keen to observe that he rightfully suggests moves to his dad. What we can't forget here is that his dad is a 15-time major winner in golf. Now he's set to compete in this week's 3rd major of the year at Pinehurst in North Carolina, and he's had a familiar face-out with him on the course. Charlie himself tried to qualify for the event, falling short in a qualifier in April, but he's still right alongside his dad, and in matching colors too. Speaking about Charlie's presence at the course, Woods told the media, "I think having Charlie out here is very special. To have the father-son relationship that we have, and to extend it into this part of both of our lives. He's playing a lot of junior golf, and I'm still playing out here. It's neat for him to see the guys that he watches on TV and YouTube and TikTok, whatever the hell it is that they do. At home, he's with Justin Thomas and Ricky Fowler a lot. But to see other guys hit the golf ball, it doesn't really do it justice until you actually see it in person. He was very excited today to watch Max Homa and Minwoo Lee and watch them hit golf balls. They've talked to him quite a bit, especially Minwoo and him. Now, I think they're closer in age than I am to anybody else. It's great. It's great for us to be able to share these moments together. While opening up about his heartwarming relationship with Charlie, he also let out a piece of information that truly shook the world. As far as his responsibilities, it's the same. I trust him with my swing and my game. He's seen it more than anybody else in the world. He's seen me hit more golf balls than anyone. I tell him what to look for, especially with putting. He gave me a couple of little side bits today, which was great because I got so entrenched in hitting certain putts to certain pins, I tend to forget some of the things I'm working on. The fact that a 15-year-old helps his dad win the golf tournament never ceases to amaze. Now, do you think that you would trust your kid this much? Or would your kid even be this talented? Because we've currently dived deep into the world of ifs. In another interview with Golf.com, Tiger talked about how passionate his kids were about soccer, but Charlie seems to have answered the call he must have been hearing since he was in the womb. Just as the world got their first glimpse of Tiger's swing as a 2-year-old on the Mike Douglas Show in 1978, Tiger's little boy had his moments too. Recently, a video made rounds showing 4-year-old Charlie doing his thing. And if you saw the video, you'd have to admit that he's pretty good at what he does. That swing is just too good for a kid that age. From what Tiger revealed in his conversation with Golf Digest's Dan Rappaport, the lockdown had something to do with Charlie's renewed love for golf, as the period of isolation brought the father and son closer together. It allowed them to connect better on the course. Now, the only thing we learned during the pandemic was a bunch of TikTok dances. Not that they were especially useful. Tiger also said something pretty funny. He said playing with Charlie kept him in practice and competitive when there were no tournaments going on. Charlie recently revealed that he was named after one of the biggest golf stars, one that his dad admired a lot, Charlie Sifford. During his speech after receiving the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2009, Tiger said of the former PGA Tour pro, "I always called him Grandpa because he was like the grandpa I never had, and I ended up becoming so close with him that I ended up naming my son Charlie after him." Tiger's father and Dr. Sifford were good friends. Therefore, during his formative years, young Woods drew inspiration from Dr. Sifford, who began his career as a caddy. Although Woods at the start was not a friend of Sifford, he slowly came to be. Even after the death of Earl Woods in 2006, the two stayed close. Dr. Sifford's son, Sifford Jr., remembered the relationship between Dr. Sifford and Woods. He stated, "They would call each other and talk, and Tiger would send emails and text messages and have him in his locker. You know, when he was leading the tournament, my dad would say, 'Go out there and get that trophy and get that cash.'" Now, Woods and Sifford's passion for golf kept them closely connected throughout the years. While one paved the way for a more inclusive golf landscape in America, the other is continuously growing the game with his TGR Foundation and helping the youth succeed in it. But who knows? After a couple of years, somebody might name their child after Woods for all the great things that he's done for the game of golf. I don't know. Would you do that? Would you name your kid after a golf star? And if so, which one would you choose? Let me know down below. And here's the thing. We're talking about a friendship that started with golf and has become generational, that has helped bring people together and has